Alright, so it's Wednesday, finally going to get rid of a load of steel, at least, hopefully, all of it. I'm not entirely sure, because there's quite a lot. I'm not sure if all of it will fit in the SUV, technically. It's an Equinox. Or we might be loading up the Denali, we'll see, probably the Equinox. But I do want to finally get rid of, at minimum, the steel. I don't know if we'll have time. We definitely won't have space. That I know for sure in this first load. It's the time thing. Because the yard's open every other day now. They're open till 4:30, which is nice because it was, I think, 4 beforehand. Now they're open to 4:30. So it gives us a little bit extra time. But we have to wait for our dad to get home. And that's usually about 15 after 3. Then we have to round up all the steel and load it up. So that's why I'm thinking we might not have time to get a second load of some of the non-ferrous stuff down here, like the dirty brass, the Cat 5, the brass, the dirty aluminum, the motors that are outside, the more dirty aluminum that's outside, like I've said. I'm not sure if we'll have time for that. Preferably, that's what I would like to get rid of, is all the steel, the motors, and the dirty aluminum. Those 3 things, preferably, is what I would like to get out of here. Probably not going to happen. Like I said, just the steel probably is what we'll get out of here today, because there's these 4 buckets. These 4 buckets. This big over-the-range microwave that's full of crap and overflowing. There's this microwave and this PC tower. This microwave's empty. This has got a little bit of stuff in it. Probably will keep, and then that'll be just used for the next steel run. That's a bucket right there, at least, that can fit in there. And like I said, I'm not sure what space, so that will probably keep for next to use again, to start using now after all this is taken in. But like I said, I don't think we'll have time to do 2 loads today. So as long as I can get this first load in, or it's probably gonna be the case of by like 4, whatever's in is what's in, and we need to go. I don't think it'll take us that long to load, but like that's the mentality. Anything that's in the truck at 4, go. No. There's no dilly-dallying, because you don't know how busy the yard will be, and it takes like 10-ish minutes to get down there, and like I said, just to do it, all the whole process, because they close at 4:30, I'm sure they don't appreciate you coming in there at like last minute, like 4:15 with a big load of crap. I'm sure they don't appreciate that. They want to go home. So like I said, the non-ferrous stuff, that's probably another day. Just get the steel out of here. I'll take you outside and show you the rest of the stuff, because there's a trailer of stuff, and they're starting to overflow with the trailer, and then there's stuff behind the shed that needs to go. That would go as well, and then I'll show the motors and stuff that are scattered around, but at least, bare minimum, get the steel out of here. Like, I'm not going to have time for the wire, the stainless steel, the dirty aluminum, the brass. The aluminum I don't really want to take in. I'd say if we had time, some of the aluminum outside, because it's getting kind of big. The pile I'll show you when we get out there, that is some stuff that needs to go, but like this stuff is still going to be here. But we'll have a little more space, a little less crap, get the steel out of here. I like my wire and stuff. So like I said, we'll get rid of the steel. I'll take you guys outside real quick and show you what we're working with out there that needs to go as well. Alright, there's neighbors out, so I want to be kind of quiet, but this trailer here's full of stuff. There's a recycle bin over there. I just started, full of steel. There's one that aluminum. And there's this mountain. Nothing in here, at least. Got room for stuff in here, as you can see. Our old railings over there, a few things over there. There's another bin of motors over there. Under the table, there's an old gazebo that needs to go. And then, not my light poster. So, another bin of motors. Apparently there's some rotors buried in here, and on the other side there's more rotors. So that's kind of that for what's outside. It needs to go, so that's dirty aluminum in there. And that's that. All stuff that needs to go. Alright, so it's Wednesday once again. Wednesday the week after our last trip to the scrapyard. I make round 2 here. We're gonna get rid of the rest of the steel that was down here. So the microwave, like the bucket, and then a couple odds and ends. But I finished filling up the computer, filled up another microwave. As we went through all the boards, James yesterday, the can's empty now, went through all the inverters. There's only 2 left now. The rest of them, went through all of them, tore them apart. I'll show you when we get outside. So we're going to get rid of the rest of the steel. So this microwave, the PC tower, that bucket, this, the couple of bike frames and stuff that were kind of half buried over there. All that, we're going to get rid of the rest of that. Motors outside, but these are just a couple of fan motors I have lying around down here that I may or may not check to see if they're copper or not. But this one in specific, I kind of will just take them apart because it's cast aluminum. Well, this one doesn't really look like it is. I kind of just bust the cast off and then use that as my excuse to check them to see if they're copper or not. They usually aren't. Fan motors I usually don't bother with, especially fan motors and stuff like that, because it's usually always aluminum wire. I usually don't bother. But lately I've been taking the extra few minutes to just do it because it's got the cast outside, so I'll take the extra few minutes. Like, here's all the wire from those inverters. Huge pile of it. Some of it probably kind of could go with number 1, but whatever. I could really care less. And although it is a decent price difference, because some of them are kind of like that number 1 grade, some kind of aren't. Whatever. Just throw it all. Whatever. Just get rid of it. I just want it gone. Because the goal is to get rid of as much as we can so that the basement can be cleaned and reorganized. Because as you can see, it's a disaster as per usual. So the goal is to get rid of as much as we can so that it can be reorganized. Like these Christmas lights that I just found trash picking. May or may not see that before now. That's brass. That's more brass. The bucket overflowed, so I needed that. Like, this is cast aluminum. There's that cast aluminum. There's that bucket. There's all those lights that we found, actually, that never made it to a video. I don't know why I was never filming that night or what. Or if I was and lost the clips to it. Like, kind of like... I can't think of the word right now, but the light... I really can't think of the word. A bunch of those LED go in the ceiling. Hopefully, I cannot think of the word at the moment. But then there's like this aluminum, that dirty brass, that aluminum, Cat 5 back there, more aluminum. Copper I'm probably not going to take in. I kind of wanted to wait up for it to go up a little bit more. I mean, it's, I don't want $1.80 for number 2, $1.90 for number 1. I kind of want it to be about $2, preferably, before I cash it in. Although it doesn't really, I could. That we probably won't have room for it, especially now that we're adding this stuff and a little bit outside. But like the BX, the stainless steel, the Christmas lights, extruded aluminum, that's more shred. And all the wire, it's kind of just see what'll fit so that we can get rid of it. Get rid of as much as we can. So I'm gonna take you outside real quick and show you what we got going out there. Oh, dirty aluminum in the back, that's important. Then like all these motors, that's shred. Like this bucket of motors that's over here, this little bit of aluminum I got trash picking, you may or may not see. More dirty aluminum. Another bucket of dirty aluminum. And over here, like this is all those inverters. All in one recycle bin, all broken down. So that shred, and a few other things. A shred in the trailer still. A couple other things. And then I still have all my aluminum. And it kind of doesn't look as bad now because a lot of it I pushed back there now. And then there's the pile of rotors on the other side. I originally was going to take those. That was what was going to be this trip, was rotors and non-ferrous, but then we decided it makes a lot more sense to get rid of the rest of the steel. That way we can reorganize the basement, because rotors are sitting over here. Not in the way. Some more dirty aluminum up there. I'm going to take this bin, got stuff in it. This is what I'm talking about. Those are what I'm talking about when I say those cast things. We've had those for a while. They can keep sitting there. Like, more extruded in here, I probably won't take. Maybe, if we have room. Like the rest of the motors that have been sitting over here forever. And this pile of rotors. a little bit heavy. I'll just go with rotors. And there's that more aluminum back here. And there's actually more rotors behind this. There's a few more, but like I said, we figured these can just stay here for now, and this can be another trip, another day. They're not going anywhere. They won't be in the way of reorganizing. They just look bad because it's right along the neighbors. You can see it, but whatever. They don't really mind. So, I guess I'd get rid of the rest of this. The rest of this, get it out of those table legs I just grabbed. So this last little bit, this is going as well. It's not a cat. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not a cat. I don't know that. We'll probably go. Anyways, there's that, and then we'll get this loaded up here and get over to the yard. Alright, so round 2. Here's the receipt. $81. Not bad. And, but there's still a ton of stuff. We didn't fit anywhere near as much as I thought we would have. Still this brass, this aluminum, this cast aluminum, extruded batteries, more cast, another thing of brass, dirty aluminum. I didn't get to take any dirty aluminum. More cast, my brass, my dirty brass, more aluminum, Cat 5, all the sorts of stuff. But on the bottom, I didn't get that other bucket of wire either, although I probably could have fit that in, and that would have been worth it, because that one cardboard box that I was talking about, that I wasn't sure if they'd give me number 1 for it, I got number 1 for it, as you saw on the receipt. So, I mean, I probably could fit that in here. It's a stack of buckets, and there's a few outside too, so, as you can see, mission half accomplished. Still another load. Still all that brass. That's like $60. And all this other aluminum. So anyways, back to the receipt. So shred, 75 gross ton still. We had 400 pounds, $13.39. That was all the stuff that was still sitting down here, and then a little bit of stuff that was out back still. Let's see what else was on here. Shred, next was number 2 inflated. 64 pounds, 35 cents a pound, $22.40. That was these bottom 2 buckets of wire. Let's see. Number 1 insulated, like I talked about. $1 a pound, 35 pounds, $35. That was the big winner right there. Right there's the 2 big winners. Was the wire, which usually is on my receipts, because I didn't have the brass. Like I said, that was that cardboard box that I talked about. I wasn't sure if they'd give me number 1 for. So good thing I kept it separate. Copper number, well done. Christmas lights, that bucket of Christmas lights, 8 cents a pound. It only went down a cent since last time. So 80 whole cents. Woo. Stainless steel, 25 or 11 pounds at 25 cents a pound. And then old sheet, 1 pound, because that get that on I don't know if I can explain it and you guys will know what I'm talking about. It was that, it looked like copper, but it wasn't. It was stainless. Well, the guy at the yard said, no, it's probably aluminum. Whatever, I wasn't going to argue over the 4 cents a pound difference. I wasn't going to argue over, 4 cents. Because he's looking in the bin and I'm like, it should all be stainless. Because it was. Because we spark tested it. It was stainless, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not going to argue over 4 cents. So, it's 4 cents. I could care less. And like I said, a 4 cents difference, would have lost it. Would have lost it anyways. So that was that. Motors, 78 pounds at 8 cents a pound, $6.24, and then 1 random piece of dirty aluminum that was in the motors thing. I don't even know what it was. I don't remember ever picking it up, but it was in the motors pile, so it went as dirty. So 78 pound. That was all the garbage disposal and sump pumps. And then, like I said, 1 little bit of irony, which is 5 cents a pound. And shred is, with 75 gross ton, is 3 cents a pound. So, is So for the 2 cents difference from now on, for now at least, I won't bother keep separating it probably. I mean, I guess I could. It's not that big of a difference, but anyways, like I said, 80 bucks. 80 bucks. I was surprised when I seen a 50. I'm like, what in here was worth 50 bucks? I was surprised when he handed me the 50 because I didn't get to look at the receipt till we were in the car, and that's why. Because it gave me number 1 for that, which I didn't realize it weighed that much. I knew it. I had assumed that was what he did when he only took those 2 and he didn't take the other. That's what I figured, is he was giving me number 1 for it, and he did. So, oh crap. Although I think James wants this or something. I don't know why it's over here. He took it and put it over there. I don't know if he was keeping it or what, whatever. Like I said, the car didn't end up loading as nicely as I thought it would. We probably could have shoved some of this like on top or something. Like I said, because there was kind of some space. Probably could have, or like dirty brass or like a little bit of aluminum. I mean, we probably could have made it work. Like some of my dirty that I put on the side over there, that I'd gathered all of it up, put it on the side. Didn't even end up fitting. Although that's something too that probably could have been thrown on top at the shred. And then you just had to watch what you were throwing into the shred pile. So, another load to go still. What are you gonna do? Should be one more load and then we'll be good. So, the rest of my aluminum, that's down here anyways. Aluminum, the brass, the rest of the dirty aluminum, cast aluminum, copper I'm not taking, batteries will go, Cat 5 dirty brass, and number 1. And I decided I'm going to keep this. So, not bad for round 2. Alright, 3 weeks later, finally, almost all of the scrap is gone. As you can see, the 3 receipts right here. We have first one, that load of shred, that second one, and now, boom, 140. So total 242 for those 3 weeks. And there's actually all that aluminum behind the shed still. I didn't take any of that, or my copper I didn't take in. I probably could have. There was room, but although it kind of worked out, I didn't end up taking it. As you can see, all this copper still, but look at that. Stacks and stacks of empty bins. Never have we been down this low. And as you can see, bottles in my way. And then that's kind of, I don't know, some like miscellaneous motors, and then there's another box there. That's town stuff. I don't think there's anything in that box. Anyways. So yeah, I didn't take my copper. I probably could have. It would have been fine, but anyways, let's get to explaining. Alright, let's get to the list. Alright, first things first. I totally screwed up. As you can see, shredding material 380, 70 good ton, 1188. That actually was not shred, it was rotors. But it's my fault because we didn't talk to the yard inspector or the guy in the scale house. Well, usually you talk to the guy out in the yard inspector, who then will radio in to the scale house what you dropped off. The first time the guy at the scale house actually asked us what we had. And then the other 2 times you talked to the guy out in the yard. Well, the other time it didn't matter because it was just shred, but this time it was actually rotors. So, otherwise that would be double, because rotors are 145 a gross ton. That would be double. But like I said, totally my own fault for not talking to the yard guy. He was over busy playing with his crane anyways. Anyways, 76 pounds of old sheet. There's old sheets on here twice, 21 cents a pound, almost 16 bucks. Number 1 insulated, that was that other bucket. And then all the stuff from the BX, all that wire. So 26 bucks, because it's $1 a pound. Number 2 insulated, that ended up being the Cat 5. I don't know if it's because he didn't realize what it was or what, but Also, or I probably should explain this before, or I'll explain it after. Lead acid batteries, 16 cents a pound, 24 pounds, 384. Woo! All those little batteries out of the light fixtures. That one car or not the toy car battery, and then one other battery I had. Dirty brass, 19 pounds at a whole 8 cents a pound. Yay! And then, like I said, old sheet again, because we ended up needing 2 carts, which I figured we would, and there was some stuff on some aluminum. It didn't all get put on one cart. So there it is again, another 34 pounds. And actually, with that, my extruded ended up getting thrown in with old sheet. I don't know if it's what the deal with that was, but I was kind of annoyed. And then same with that bucket, one bucket of cast. I think it might have been just because it was getting close to closing. There was another guy behind me with his kid, and then there was a guy who was debating. He had a catalytic converter that he was getting rid of. That they were, I don't know what exactly he was doing. It's debating over the price. And then, like I said, it was close. It was almost closing. So when it's close to closing like that, they'll just mix it all together and call it a day, so they can, so they can hurry up and go home. Zinc die cast. It's not zinc. It was cast aluminum. But sure, because zinc, I'm pretty sure, pays more. So, like this was that other thing, the cast garage door opener thing that had that other cast in it. I think another small bucket. So that's what that was. But like I said, sure, call it zinc. I mean, it technically is mixed. So actually, I don't really mind that it could, that it gave me zinc price, because zinc's, I'm pretty sure, is more, and it is mixed of zinc and cast aluminum. So, it didn't really matter to me. Dirty aluminum, 73 pounds, ooh, a whole 365, 5 cents. That was those 2 buckets, and some of that other dirty aluminum I had behind the shed. He actually gave me old sheet for, so that worked out. But then the big boy, clean brass, 57 pounds, $1.10 a pound, 62.70. That was the, so then subtotal 140.39. But like I said, I screwed myself with the rotors thing. So I got a nice Benjamin, one of the new Benjamins. Oh, this has been in my pocket for a few hours, so he doesn't look as nice. But there we go. Like I said, total of 242. Phones went to sleep already. 242 total for those 3 trips. This is obviously a new record at 140. And like I said, I didn't turn my copper in. I could have. We had some room, but like I said, it was getting towards closing. We had a lot of stuff. The computer crashed, I think, 2 or 3 times. He had to restart. Like I said, there was the other guy behind me. He's doing it by himself. It's getting towards closing. Obviously, he just kind of wanted it to be done, I'm sure. Because, like, after he cashed the other guy out, he closed. Because it pretty much was closing. It was like 10 minutes till closing, so. So that was that. Almost closing. I screwed myself in the rotors. Like I said, that totally was my own fault. Sync worked out. So that's really that. But as you can see, kinda. Like I said, all my copper is just what's left at the moment, but none of this is here except our next task is all the bottles. Need to go back. This donation stuff needs to go, preferably. That way we can even get to this stuff, so this can be place can be reorganized. Get my pallet rack to at least put stuff on. Preferably, what I wanted was to have the pallet rack, take it, move it over here, so I could put the buckets on it. Because I do want something else, preferably other than this, to put all the buckets on. But now we can like assign buckets to certain categories and get a lot more organized. And then reorganize this stuff. And of course, I don't know, there might be another load of Well, it would probably be another small load of mixed stuff after we go through and clear everything. Right, after you go through everything of other stuff to get rid of. Like there's already a small bucket of shred starting up again. Now in dirty aluminum. I'm not gonna bother separating it for an extra 2 cents. And you figure if prices go up, if steel prices come back up, it's alright. If steel gets closer back to maybe 4 or 5 cents, aluminum dirty, it might end up being like 7. So I'll just get rid of it, or I'll just throw it in the shred. I'm not gonna bother. Like I said, the copper. I mean, number 1, number 2. I prefer it to be $2 a pound, but it's not too bad. $1.90 and $1.80, so it's not bad. Bare Right's about 2, is about 2, I think. This little bit would go as Bare Right probably. I don't think this stuff would. And then like there's all that other copper from motors and different stuff, and that stuff I stripped. So I'll have copper left. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. So anyways, that is that. 3 loads.